So, some interesting things have happened in the interim between me looking up those puzzle solutions and starting back up this recording. So, needless to say, I do have the answers, and we will be able to put them into the little pyramid puzzle up at the top up the stairs. However, in looking those solutions up, a funny thing happened. Actually, two funny things happened. Haha, laugh out loud. Funny. Oh, God. Number one is that while I was scrolling through the wiki in order to look for these things, I had to scroll for quite a while, because apparently we've missed a huge chunk / puzzle section of this game that actually would have answered the questions of what the other two weird little symbols were in that matchy symbol to word puzzle was. We actually were going to get those solutions, but we just, brute forced it as we did. And that was an interesting revelation. So, if we go just a little forward over to here, and we check out this Mayan number system, we can actually open up the case and look inside. And luckily for us, since we already had the two little tiles from previously looking around and picking things up, we can do this puzzle now. Easy as... Okay, well, maybe it's not that easy, because we don't actually know what to do here. Well, I do, but I want to do story time with Dark Arts before we actually get moving forward. So, here I am thinking to myself, okay, fine, that was my bad, because, well, dyslexia for the win, as I always do say. I read over here, reorder as record. Yeah, that was a moment in my brain that, oh boy, I really do need to pay attention more. Needless to say, I have that over there. Now we have to do that puzzle in order to actually solve future puzzles that we've already technically solved in the past. And also some other things, but we'll get to that in a second. So, as I realized, oh, okay, I have to solve this puzzle now. How do I solve this puzzle? Well, let me go and talk to our friend curator here and ask her,
need something?
Can you explain how you want me to record? I did it fucking again.
Can you explain how you want me to reorder that Maya numbering exhibit? Check with Henrik on that. I've got work to do. Semper ubi sub ubi.
Shut the fuck up, lady. So, as you can already imagine, with that one line of, go talk to Henrik, we can't, because the robbery happened, and he's nowhere to be found. Because apparently, because I did triggers of certain events in a certain order, things happened when they weren't supposed to. So, I then realized, oh, okay, I have to go actually look up the solution to this puzzle, because I can't go talk to Henrik. And then I realized I never pressed record. I made sure this time, thankfully. Yes, no, I did. But that was the explanation that just happened. Took about 30 plus minutes. So that's 30 minutes of things that have happened between, because I also went upstairs up here off the pyramid and entered the puzzle solution stuff into the key card, went downstairs, and lo and behold, there are more questions that needed to be answered. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll look those up in the time as well. And we'll just keep moving forward. But needless to say, we're gonna run into some problems if we don't actually do the number puzzle first in order to have future puzzles actually work out, and maybe even events triggering when they're supposed to. Because I don't actually know... Apparently, there's a whole other location that we have yet to find and go to in order to actually move the story along. So that's all triggered thanks to the number puzzle or something happening. I'll be honest, I don't even know if doing this puzzle will have the event that is supposed to happen. And if that happens, I don't know what the fuck we're supposed to do. Needless to say, this entire playthrough is fucking scuffed. Or fucked, or however you want to describe it. And that's super interesting to me, but oh god, this is just a cacophony of bad things happening. So, okay. What exactly do we need to do in order to solve this number puzzle? Well, other than Henrik, that we can't do, I guess he would have told me that the alien dude, or the guy that liked doodling aliens, had, this... Okay, well, you know what it is. They had this floppy disk, and it was going to be the answer to our questions. It was just a redirect to, hey, you're going to need to use this floppy disk and whatnot. So, okay. That's where the third fun thing has happened, but we'll get to that in a second. But anyway, moving forward, now we're back on track. We just have to read the floppy disk. However, as we may remember, we can't read the floppy disk because I need a CD rather than a floppy disk, as it said here.
I need a disc.
I need a disc because this is a disc reader. However, if we just look slightly to the right,
I need a disc.
We can see that there is a floppy disk drive right there. I swear, I'm the smartest and the stupidest person ever at the same exact time. I love and hate it. I truly, truly do. So, hello puppy. Right, now we have a new thing here. We have the disc, and we need to enter a password. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Not only am I going to look up the other solutions to the future puzzle, I'm just going to look up the password to this, because I got nothing. My brain is like, alright, I'm done. Let's just finish this fucking game. Because I have words about this game. Anyway, the answer is Coco. Kringle. It was the little cocoa bars down next to the workstation that the former person had. So, yay! We can just immediately do that. Okay, and at this point, aside from some future things that are going to happen later, in the future, this is where I was like, all right, hands off. Puzzle solutions we'll figure out as we go. So, what is on this floppy disk? So, stuff to do. JR is hounding me to get this done. Convermatic narration. JR is hounding me to get this done, but I can't keep all of them straight. The headphones will help me figure out what is playing in the display, and the chromatic machine in the storage room will let me change what plays in an exhibit. So where am I going wrong? I definitely know the following match. All right, and then this would have been solution stuff to previous puzzle that we also already solved and kind of sort of brute forced, but not really. Also, why are we scrolling down more and more? We don't need to. Anyway, stuff to remember. Dots, bars, and gods. Sony's I'd Rather Be Counting Sheep guide to the Mayan number system. Ta-da! 0 looks like a turtle shell, but no turtle. 1 dot equals 1, 2 dots equals 2, etc. 1 bar is 5, so 2 bars is 2 times 5, or 10. So, okay. Not quite Roman numerals, but I can understand that. So, 1 dot is 1, 1 bar is 5. Picture this. Each dot is an individual fingerprint, greasy from spicy wontons. Oh, I don't want to say this person in this game is Chinese, but I think they're implying that they're Chinese also. Let's just skip over the subtle racism here. And the bar represents the whole hand, like a set of 5 fingers. A bar with a dot next to it is 5 plus 1 equals 6. So 3 bars and a dot is 16. Yes? Okay. So we can kind of understand, and I'll be able to solve this. Bars are usually vertical, up and down. Dot should be to the left of the bars. Here's the catch. If it didn't look exactly like a dot or a bar, it doesn't count. Squiggles, ovals, incomplete dots, crooked bars, chocolate bars, mini stairs, horseshoes, shamrocks, diamonds, clovers, and blue-moons, half moons, scribbles, dribbles, none of these count. Also, the Mayans often put decorative marks next to their numbers, so just ignore anything that's not a bar and or dot. I repeat, anything that doesn't look like a plain old dot and bar is out. Easy as sleeping on the job, right? No, it's not. Because some gods also represent numbers. They're pretty tough to pick out at first, but they'll grow on you just like mold on cheese. Oh, this is just a wordsmith. Some good rules of thumb. All right, 1, Hun has fish lips, a really big nose, and a set of good teeth. 2, Ka has a big hat with 5 fingers and semi-oval on it. 3, Ox looks like a doctor. 4, 5, wrinkles, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, oh god, 14, 15, 17, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Oh, so yeah. There's also not just dots and bars, but the faces that we learned. And this is how we would have learned what 19 was. So, yay. Well, don't worry, I'll figure it out when we get there. All right, since we're here already, stuff to forget. System login. Okay, we need this, because this is for another thing. So, SJOON. Anyway. And the password is Space Baby. Space Dandy. Temple quizzes. I can't figure out the answer to level 2 quiz questions about the matching order, and Henrik isn't speaking to me right now. Yada, yada, yada. Came up. Ooh, excuse me. Lunch is saying hello. Came up with a great question for level 3, but Hendrik hates it. Once I get some time, I'll make the exhibit for this. Just don't know where I can get my hands on one. I wonder if Jonah will spring a trip for me to go down to Guatemala. I doubtful. We have no money. Dissertation topic: the demise of the ancient Maya, drought, plague, or UFO? Why and how did Maya civilization disappear so quickly? Mayas were sophisticated astronomers. Were they trying to achieve space travel? That would be interesting. Great Amerindian, whatever, civilizations like the Maya and the Incans believed to have contact with extraterrestrials, crystal skulls stuff. We'll get to that topic when we get to the game about actually crystal skulls, potentially. Were the temples actually control towers? Reach 20th century. 20th C artist Manuel Mendez space motif. Research claims that mine disappears due to departure of the words. Yada, yada, yada. Real crazy person shit. Needless to say,
I need a disc.
Yeah, I needed a disc. But we're good now. Okay, so we have the answers to multiple puzzles. We have the way to do the numbers. And we have, hopefully, our head on straight. So, let's get going properly here. Get inside. Put the keys away. Let's go. And you know what? I shouldn't be surprised about how we missed this. Because it's like all the stuff. You know, there's a tiny little thing that you miss, that you're supposed to play this game for hours and scrape through everything. It's the one big flaw of these games, I will admit. And here I thought the contract was going to be the highly missable thing. But no, not this time. Right, so we've got a turtle shell right here, and that's gonna go on 0. Now, let's find out what else everything is. Turtle shell and turtle shell doesn't count, so this is 1. We want 2, which we don't have. Actually, let's look at the ones that we absolutely do know. So this one here is just a bar, and we can disregard whatever thing is next to it, so that's a 5. It's actually where it's supposed to be. This, well, you know what? Let's go down the list here. This right here, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. So we'll swap 17 there. This is 5, 10, 15, 16. So I believe that gets swapped with that. This is 5, 6, 7. So that's where it should be. This is to 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's fine. This is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So those get swapped there. This one is 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay, so this is 4. So that goes there, and we've done these guys. So this one is 5, 10, 11. That's where it should be. This is 10. So that's good. This is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're good there. 5, 10, 15. There. 5, 10, 15, 16. Fine. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. Fine. 18, and then 5, 10, 11, 12. So now we just need to do the faces. We already know, thanks to doing puzzles in a bad order, this is 19 because of the jaw thing. And now we just kind of mix and match. Something about fish lips. Something about other stuff and jaws. This is really, at this part, I should have probably paid attention, but I figured I can just do this in an order of some kind and figure it out. I forgot how many of faces there actually were. So, let's start off with simple trial and error. Just throw a bunch and see what sticks. Oh, this might take longer than I thought.
That looks right.
There we go. Okay. I was thinking that was going to take longer, but no. Okay. So, with that all done, we can go over here and properly cross off all the things on the to-do list. Whew, let me take a drink of water for that. That deserves a nice cold glass of water. Right then. So, this guy's still not here, obviously. So we're gonna have to go and figure some shit out. Well, actually, no. Let's go over to the lady and just tell her that we've gotten all the things on the list done.
Need something?
Nope, okay.
I've got work to do. See you around.
Oh, well, at least she didn't say ooby sabooby. That's a start. Alright. So if that's the case, if we, as I remember reading it, go through that. Okay, and then that triggers.
Henrik!
Amnesia? Wow. Henrik must have taken a real nosedive off that pyramid. Do you think he just fell, Nancy? Or was he pushed? Sounds like you need to find out about hospital visiting hours. Yeah, but you'd better get the lowdown from Joanna first. George is right. She is your supervisor, after all.
Alright. Good to know. So yeah, that's supposed to trigger. And then later on, I think the robbery was supposed to happen. Or back and forth. It's not entirely clear, necessarily. But, needless to say, okay, we are where we're supposed to be. And, we're able to continue. I was real worried about that. Oh, boy. Alright. Let's go talk to the lady.
First the Bacall carving is stolen, and now my star glyph man bumps his head and forgets his own name? What's next, Nancy? Del Rio pulls the plug on the monolith, the board clams up on my funding, my mother posts my old prom pictures on the internet?
I never went to prom, so I don't have to worry about that part. Take it easy, Joanna. I'm sure everything is going to be okay. We do seem to be on some shaky footing, don't we? Yeah, no, just take it easy, Joanna. Think about your boobies.
Joanna. I'm sure everything is going to be okay. What I need from you right now is action, not commentary, Nancy. Will you follow up with the hospital and see if there's anything we can do to get Henrik's marbles back? I'll call right away. You can also pick up Henrik's mail if he gets any. Keep the lab in order and just try to help me keep the entire museum from going up in smoke.
All right.
I've got work to do. See you around.
All right. Okay, we are, as I said, on track. So let's go check out the lab first and foremost, because maybe there's some mail. Let's go over to here first. That's the note. I'll be gone for a bit. Yeah, that's that. We don't have anything. That's the microscope doctor. All this is in order. I can... Ooh.
You have voicemail.
Hey, I do.
This message is for Nancy Drew. Hi, Nancy. This is Nurse Bluefoot calling from Eleanor Roosevelt Memorial Hospital in regards to Henrik Vanderheum. I believe you're a colleague of his? Since Mr. Vanderheun was admitted, he has repeated your name several times in states of semi-consciousness. As we've been unable to contact any of his family members, we're hoping you might be willing to act as Henrik's support person as he begins the difficult process of restoring his memory. Please call me as soon as possible to discuss this. My direct line is 202-555-4000. Thank you.
To replay messages, press 0.
Alright, so let's do that. 555-4000.
This is Nurse Bluefoot.
This is Nancy
Nurse
Drew.
Bluefoot, this is Nancy Drew. You left me a message regarding Henrik Vanderheun. How is he?
Nancy Drew? Oh, thank goodness. Oh, I'm so relieved. We've been unable to locate any family members, and we do like amnesia patients to have at least one personal support person when they begin reality orientation.
Okay. Can you explain the amnesia?
Can you explain the amnesia?
Henrik is suffering from an acute case of post-traumatic retrograde amnesia. At the moment, he is unable to recall even the most basic autobiographical facts, from his name and address to his birthday and shoe size. He can't access the details of his personal history or events leading up to his accident.
That's pretty bad. Is there a way to treat the amnesia? Oh, has he lost his memories for
Has
good?
he lost his memory for good?
Henrik has not actually lost his memory. It's just that his brain is injured in such a way that he can't access the place where the memories are stored.
Okay. So you need me to help him find the trail of crumbs, so how does regaining access to the storage?
I see. So we need to help him find the trail of crumbs. Is that it?
Exactly. First, we do repetitive memory exercises to help Henrik relearn the basic facts like his name and address, the name of his parakeet, if he has one, the date, and so on. Second, we try to stimulate Henrik's sensory memories in order to help trigger or find the way back to his cognitive memories.
You couldn't have a second take on that? Okay, where do I come in?
Where do I come in?
You can't help Henrik remember his childhood, but you can probably help him remember his work, and who knows where that will take him. All roads lead to Rome, as they say. One great tool is the Reality Orientation Board. This is a place to post information and pictures for the patient to look at over a period of time. You may want to bring in images or photos to place on the board. Things from the museum, perhaps.
Alright, happy to help in any way I can.
see. Well, I'll be happy to help in any way I can. When are visiting hours?
Visiting hours are 10 to 4 every day, if the patient is not engaged in treatment and if he seems stable.
Alright, anything else?
Great. Is there anything else?
Just remember, Henrik's brain has been knocked around like a peanut in its shell. He may have attention difficulties, headaches, anxiety. Sometimes he may seem giddy, too. We need to keep these conditions in check. Don't push him too hard, or he may have some kind of meltdown.
Alright, that's the last thing I want.
Well, the last thing we want is a meltdown. I'll go easy on him.
Bye-bye.
Alright, so that means we need to find some stuff. We do not have any of that stuff. I mean, we have the red hand thing, but that's probably it. Although I will say,
It's locked.
getting the keys for a space there. Oh, was that in the finding a locked drawer where the recording didn't actually happen? Or was that... Needless to say, yeah, we found another drawer there that was locked, which is good to know. So, yeah, we've already scoured the lab here pretty intensely. Let's go see, because I have a feeling if mail is to turn up, it'd be over here. Anything? Nope, nothing. Okay. Good to know. So, then, moving forward, we'll go in here, talk to
Need
you.
something?
Never
I've
mind.
got work to do.
Carpe diem.
Alright, well, at least you're talking different Latin. Alright, well. Should we go to the hospital now? Yeah, you know what? Let's do the hospital now. We can do the hospital now, correct? I think so. Hospital! Let's all go to the hospital. Let's all go to the hospital. And get ourselves a snack.